Welcome to the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Show, where we talk about food, fashion, finance, and foundations of life. We are live on KCAA Radio Broadcasting Network, 1050 AM, 102.3 and 106.5 FM. KCAA is affiliated with CNBC, NBC News, and NBC Sports. We are sponsored by Sheltered Studios, Fire Up Connect, and Building Solid Foundation.
We're talking about foundation and how to create a foundation within your business and life. And before the break, we were talking about, what we were doing and how we were doing it and a little project that we were doing together. But before we get to that, you all were listening to my, testimonial about my life and how I finally got it together about a year and a half ago. And I could not have done it without this lady that was sitting next to me. And I'd like to, first of all, thank you for awakening me. I'll tease it a little bit with that. And what we're going to be doing together is awakening more folks just like me, because I did not get it until after working with Cappi Pidwell. So with that said, I would really love to interview you on what you really do for people, because I did not want to tell anyone. She's like Botox. You don't want to tell people that you've gotten Botox because of the fact that you just want to be beautiful the way you are and you're just beautiful the way you are, right? But she was my secret for the longest time. And I just need to bring you out of the closet and tell everyone about Cappi Pidwell, because I really love what you do. So she's CappiPidwell.com is her website. So mindset mastery, hypnotherapist. I did not get it at all, and I was a skeptic. So your skills are just phenomenal.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're so welcome, my friend.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And, really how I stumbled across mindset mastery myself was 30 years ago. I was in the real estate industry, and I had a lot of stress in my life. And I think with today, with COVID and everything that we're dealing with in the world, the stress has never been bigger.
Right.
And people just don't know how to cope. And, back in the day when I started doing this, the word, I always tell people, get rid of the titles, NLP, hypnotherapy, but we all have a mindset, and it's extremely powerful. And I tell people, we know how to program our cell phones more than we know how to program our own mindset.
That is so true.
Right? So I really mastered the simplicity of education and information to teach people about how the subconscious mind works. And then the additional step to not just teaching and showing people the simplicity of it is then creating the products like I did for you.
Well, when you talk about subconscious mind, I know there's a conscious mind and I know there's a subconscious mind.
Right.
So I never really realized what the difference was.
Got it.
You know what I mean? So why don't you tell our listeners what that means?
I love that. Thank you. I know. It's like when you do something, you just talk about it like everybody gets it.
I know. It's like
so
subconscious. Like I'm thinking about it subconsciously. Oh, okay.
Okay. So my description of the subconscious, the easiest way for people to really understand this is if you think of a circle and you just pie out 5 to 10% of that circle. We've heard researchers say we only use 5 to 10% of the mind, right?
Right.
But really the 5 to 10% of the mind is our conscious, logical thinking mind.
Okay.
Okay.
What does that mean? It means I'm just...
That's where we're thinking in our heads all day at up to 500 words a minute.
Oh, boy. There's
So
a lot of people in my brain right now.
Yeah. And so when people don't know how to let go of something or stop obsessing about something or thinking about something, all that data is flowing through their thoughts. And, how many books are out there on positive thinking? It's not just about positive thinking.
Right.
So when I educate people on how to change their internal talk and how to not obsess or think about that thing that most people don't know how to manage their own mindset.
Right.
So the subconscious is the other 90% of that circle.
Yeah. Okay, and subconscious is in our brain.
Well, subconscious to me is really the whole body. It's, your heart beats at 86,000 times a day, your eyes blink, like I'm moving my hands as I'm talking. Like the subconscious is really orchestrating everything. So but most people, because they live in the head and they don't really, if their toe hurts, then they think about their toe, but they're not really understanding the wholeness of who they are. So when I work with a client like you, you're brilliant, you're smart, you've been doing something a long time, but you're stuck and you're not producing, then what did I suggest to you? First of all, we're going to do a session, and I'm going to upgrade your subconscious mind, correct?
Yes, you did.
Yes. And what happened that first week after we did your session?
Within 24 hours, I got a phone call, and I made I don't know, should I say?
Yeah.
$15,000, and I like, what? Excuse me? Hello?
Yeah.
Hello? And it was amazing. And then that next week, I remember talking to you, and I was putting a contract together, and I was going to put, the 90-day special, remember? It's like, oh, do it 90 days, superstar. I'm like, oh, yeah, 90 days. I could do it all in 90 days. And I was going to offer it for $15,000. She goes, no, put 25. And I'm like, really?
And you were afraid to do it at $15,000.
I didn't want to put $25,000 for a corporation to hire me for 90 days.
And what happened?
I walked in and I said, hi, this is me. This is what I do, blah, blah, blah. Here's the contract. He goes, okay, where do I sign? Here's your check.
Yeah.
It was so fast.
And
I
you
was
called me screaming.
I was like,
it worked.
Look, I took a picture. Look at the check I got.
And really the bottom line, I want people to hear this, is when we worked on your subconscious mind and I started giving your subconscious new suggestions to really value yourself and increase your beliefs in money. There was a lot of internal work I do for my clients. Yeah.
And those beliefs that I had about money were so intense.
Yes.
And they went back to the days of my dad. I'll never forget that because, well, we won't go into the therapy session. You all don't want to hear about that.
Well, here, I'll just say this. It's fast. It's simple. I made you the product. You got the result. And that is what I do for people. I get people rapid results. I don't care where they are, how much they make, what they do.
Right.
I know the mind like you know PR. And that's the beauty of what we both do. Kind of what I was mentioning earlier in People's Foundation. You have to find the people that can get you real results.
Right.
And, as a speaker, I've been a speaker for almost 30 years. I speak on mindset. I've helped thousands of people professionally, personally. I make products for corporations. I've done a lot of things. And, when somebody can get a result that quick, then like you were saying earlier, I've gone to other people to try to partner with people or do something, and then they're not the real deal. And then you end up investing time and money or helping them. And then you're like, wait, this is supposed to be like a win-win,
What
right?
happened to me?
Yeah.
Where do I come in on this? Can you talk about the most oddest requests that you've ever had to help with their mindset?
Probably not on the radio.
Okay.
I have thousands of stories. Well, I used to sit in an office and I did this all day and I had session back to back. Like, I don't do that anymore.
Right.
So, but, yes, I have helped, cancer patients. My mother had a brain tumor. She's doing amazing. She's 85 now.
Yeah.
I've helped thousands of people stop smoking. I used to do massive, seminars for that. So,
and you gave birth to 2 kids.
I did hypnobirthing.
So
and
amazing.
Had my baby in 20 minutes. Yeah.
I know. I'm like, wow, where were you?
Yeah. And, that's a cool thing. I tell people this work's been around way before modern medicine was around, right?
Yeah.
So modern medicine came around and went, oh, no, that's hocus pocus. And no, it's not. The mind is extremely powerful.
Yeah.
And when you know how to program it for success, for stress, for, weight reduction, for, athletes use it. Look at, any professional athlete, they use subconscious training. And why isn't that weird? But, all the Olympians, they don't think it's weird. Anybody super successful that understands mindset, to me, should be the foundation of anybody's life and business. When you understand how it works and you can upgrade it to produce very rapid results, and like you sit back and go, wait, what, Cappi? I was a skeptic, and now a year and a half later, you're making more money than you've ever made in your life.
I know. And but how do we get through to people to understand that that's what they need to start with? Because if you don't start with the great foundation, everything else, I mean, I don't want to say this, but you will fail.
Yes, pretty much. Pretty much. Or sabotage, right? Look at the statistics with lottery winners. I believe, and I don't know what it is today, and somebody can probably Google it, but I know a few years ago, last time I looked, I believe it was 80% of lottery winners lose their millions within 5 years, and it's because they don't have the mindset.
No.
They don't.
Oh, make me a lottery winner. I'll tell you.
Right?
I'll show you what I can do with them.
Well, that's what they all say, though. But the subconscious comes from lack and worry, and they have a poor relationship to money, and they're struggling, and then they get this windfall, and then they don't know how to make great investments. Again, you know, you can use many different examples of the foundation.
Wow.
To me, the foundation is mindset, because if you can take somebody, and I could use a lot of examples, but you could take somebody who knows a ton,
right,
and yet why don't they have the outcome? And then you take somebody else and you talk to them and they have very different beliefs about something and they have the results. And I promise you, it's the limiting beliefs internally that drive their daily decisions.
right. That is so true. And I'm just like, I'm at the wheels in my head are just turning of different people that I know that are very successful, but they're not making much money.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And they're not turning their skill sets into a profitable business.
Well, we're going to teach people how to do
that. They're literally, it's like, can I call it a hobby?
Yes, exactly.
That was me.
Yeah. I would
Seriously,
agree. I would agree.
I just, my business was a hobby.
Yeah.
For a long time. I mean, I didn't
And
really,
it wasn't from a lack of certainly trying,
No.
because you worked hard.
No, I did, but I just didn't. The other part of me was, I think I had imposter syndrome.
I just think you had a lot of limiting beliefs about yourself, which is
Yeah.
what a lot of people have. They think, oh, I'm too young, I'm too old, I don't know this, I didn't
Right.
have this, or I don't have this. Whatever in that internal talk is, when I help people break those limiting beliefs up, they
Right.
really do produce remarkable results. So,
And that doesn't mean that we don't hit a bump every once in a while.
of course,
You know,
we all do.
I know we've been talking, and every once in a while I'll go, Kelly.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I'll wake up, and everybody's telling me through this whole COVID thing and the lockdowns, why are you so happy? Why are you so happy?
Because I know Cappi.
I said, because you know what? Life is here to live, and I'm going to make the most of it. And that's basically what I'm going to do. There's nothing else I can do.
Right.
Other than be a very happy person, joyful, and think, you know, it's going to work out. We're all going to be good. We're going to be okay. We're going to get through this together. And with that, we are going to tease up a little bit about what we're doing in the next segment. So please do not go away. We will definitely talk about our new project.
Welcome to the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Show, where we talk about food, fashion, finance, and foundations of life. We are live on KCAA Radio Broadcasting Network, 1050 AM, 102.3 and 106.5 FM. KCAA is affiliated with CNBC, NBC News, and NBC Sports. We are sponsored by Sheltered Studios, Fire Up